Hey guys, so in today's video, we're actually going to be starting up something really interesting. We're going to be doing a JavaScript fundamentals series. I realized I've got a few tutorials on the channel which kind of just start out of nowhere. We're going to start with a simple hello world tutorial with JavaScript. So what we're going to do for that pretty much is we're going to make a GitHub repo. We're going to clone it to our local machine, and we're going to make a few files in there, mainly just an HTML file with some scripts. And then I'm also going to show you how I set up my VS Code environment. It's pretty simple actually, just VS Code and one extension, the live server extension, so you can see what you're doing in real time. So that's pretty much all we're going to do in today's video, and then the following videos we're going to get into some cool things like just basic JavaScript fundamentals. We're going to take it from the top: code structure, variables, data types, type conversions, basic operators, logical operators, switch statements, all kinds of cool stuff. And I'm thinking we're going to do one of these videos a week. So this is going to be that first one. So let's get started. So we'll just pop over to my GitHub. If you don't have an account yet, easy peasy, just make one. This is mine, as we can see. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to repositories here, or you can go up here to the upper right hand corner, click that little plus sign, and we just do that, click a little plus sign, say new repository there, and we just name our repository. So, and this we're just going to call it Hello JavaScript, kind of like a Hello World, but with a W. No. And yep. So you just name it there, and then we could just you could fill this stuff out if you want, but we're just gonna create a repository here, just an empty little repository here, and here we go. We land on this this quick setup here. Now I'm using a Mac, so I'm going to be using the built-in terminal here. But if you're on a PC or Linux, you would use something similar. I think if you're on Linux or Ubuntu, the terminal is pretty much the same. If you're on Windows, I'm going to be honest, I'm not 100% sure what to do. I think it's called like Bash or something. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and copy this text right here. So we're just going to go ahead and copy that. And then we're going to head on over to our terminal. And we're just going to say where we want it pretty much. So I put all of my repos in a folder called repos. So we're going to go and say cd repos, cd for change directory. And that just drops us right there into repos. And then we could just say git clone, and then just go ahead and paste that little address that we copied from right there, and then just hit enter, and then it'll be we'll be cloning into it. You just enter your password if you have one, and yeah, and then we'll get this this little warning here. Not really a warning, just kind of letting you know that we have cloned an empty repository. So good start. We're off to a good start. Now you can say ls to see what repositories you've got working in here. So I've got a few, but we're going to go ahead and cd into that one we just made, which is called let's see, hello JavaScript. So we're going to say cd hello JavaScript. Bam. And now we're inside of this repo. So we're just going to get started making one file. So for that, we're going to say touch index HTML, the classic index HTML. So there we go. Just hit enter, and if we ls again to see what we got, we can see we got that index HTML file right in there. So we're about done with the terminal for right now. So let's pop on over to VS Code and see what we got cracking in there. So we're going to go ahead and open up Visual Studio Code, and for this, we're going to say, let's see, it might be a little cut off actually, because I'm not sure if I'm recording the top of the screen, but along the top you'll see code, file, edit, selection, etc. So I'm just going to say file and open folder. And then that'll bring us right here. So we're going to go ahead and open this repos right here. And here's my little folder, hello JavaScript. So we're just going to go ahead and open that. And here we go. We can see our index HTML files right on over here. And now one thing that I'm going to show you how to set up here in a sec is the live server extension. So pretty much what that is, you see this little go live button right down here. If you click on that, it allows you to pretty much just see your project as you're working on it live and all put together on a web page. So it's pretty cool. That's what I've been doing in the, if you looked at my last video, the to-do list tutorial, then you'll see we pretty much use that just so we can see the changes as we make them. So anyway, if you want to install that, let's see, we would go to, along the left here, you would go to extensions, and you can see your installed extensions right here. But if we wanted to add one, we would go to, see, I believe we just search. Yep, just start searching right there. So you just say live server, and let's see, we got a couple named live server. So let's see which one's which. Yep, it's going to be this first one right here, live server. So you just click on that, and right here, that uninstall button for you, probably going to be an install button. For me, it's an uninstall button because I already have it. But you would just click the install button there, and it's pretty simple. It pretty much just installs itself. So once you have that, you're all set up to work with it pretty much. But anyway, heading back on over here to our little HTML file, we're just gonna see we're just gonna type a few things and see what that live server extension can do, and then just throw a little JavaScript in here just to get started. A little hello world alert probably. So anyway. Great thing about VS Code is the IntelliSense there, so it'll pretty much it'll close your tags for you, which is really helpful. And yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and throw a little body tag in here. As you can see, it closes the tags right up for you. Pretty helpful. And let's see if we just type a little howdy right in here. We got our little H1, and if you click go live here. There we go. We can see our page. Pretty basic stuff, but anyway, you can get the idea. And when you're done, when you close your web page, you can close the server down just by clicking on the port down here. Click to close the server. So, but anyway, we're gonna set up a little script in here. I'm thinking we're just gonna throw a little hello world in here. So where you want to put your scripts, pretty much, if they're really basic, if they're really simple, you could just put them right in your HTML file. But if they're a little more complex, or if you have a bunch of scripts, what you would want to do is in the head section of your document, where you would link like your CSS and your meta tags and all that. In the head section, that's where you would put your scripts. So you'd pretty much just say script src equals, and then the path. So wherever it goes to, pretty much, path to script.js, and you would have a script.js file, pretty much. So you'd go along here, you'd have your little file, and you would just call it script.js, that kind of thing, and it would be a little JavaScript file there. But we're not going to do that. We're just going to keep it super simple today. So what we're going to do is we're just going to throw our script tag right in the right above the closing body tag here, and it's going to be pretty simple. So we're going to say script, and then you close it like that. If you're not linking to anything, we're not going to any kind of source or anything. And in there we would just say what we want to do. So in this case, we're just going to do a simple alert, like so, and our alert is going to be hello, the classic hello world. You love to see it. I think this time we're going to use an exclamation mark, though. We're a little more excited for this one. And just put your little semicolon there to close it up, and that's pretty much it. That's really all you need to do. And you would save it, so hit Command S to save, or File save, whatever. And then we can go live again and see what we got here. And as we can see, first thing before the page loads is we have our little script, hello world. And there you go. So anyway, that's pretty much it for today's tutorial. I mean, we're going to get into some more more fundamentals of JavaScript pretty shortly here as far as writing scripts. But yeah, basically you could use the script tag to add JavaScript code to a page, and you know, to keep in mind, external JavaScript files can be loaded with that script source, and go to script.js file a little bit. But stay tuned for the next videos in this series, because we're gonna be doing a lot of cool stuff.
Oh, and one thing I forgot to mention, I know we didn't really get into GitHub much at all in this video, but it's crucial that you make that GitHub repo, just like I did there, where you clone the repository, and you open it in your VS Code by saying open folder. Otherwise, the live server extension is not going to work. It needs to be a folder. You don't necessarily need it to be a GitHub repo, but it does need to be a folder, and if it's going to be a folder, it might as well be a GitHub repo as well, so you have source control. So anyway, that's all I wanted to add.